Hello everyone, Thomas from Medieval Review here, and I've got an extremely large package here. I don't entirely know what's inside, so this is sent by a viewer. This is a custom weapon from Sabersmith. All I know is that it's a custom designed spear type weapon. That's all I know. I'm going to open it up, get a first impression on it. So let's see here. I'm curious about this one, and I think it's pretty amazing. So this is Chaosism, who has sent many items along for review and the like. And he actually had this in his possession and didn't bother opening it before he sent it to me. That shows an amazing level of patience, because I would have dug right into this package. Let's see here. Alright, there are lots of foam peanuts. So I'm going to try to be as non-messy as possible here. I don't know what that is. We'll get to that in a moment. Oh dear. Alright, well I don't know there's going to be a way to not do this in a messy manner, so I'm just going to try to get this out as best as possible. And then set this down here. Alright, foam peanuts everywhere. So based on what I'm looking at, it looks like it's a double-sided spear. And I'm going to have to find a way to unwrap this as carefully as possible. My understanding is that it has been sharpened and has been extremely sharpened. So let's see here. And again, this is some sort of custom spear type weapon. And I could be wrong. Obviously, Chaosism can correct me if I'm incorrect here, but I believe he actually designed this, and Sabersmith just implemented it. Alright, so at least this side, I imagine both sides look similar. This side kind of looks like a boar spear. Alright. The fun part is I have to remember how this was packaged. Part of why I am filming this is so I can know how to rewrap it when it's all said and done. I have to send this back. Alright. Just do the same thing down this end here. Alright. And this is the weapon in its entirety. Like I said, it's kind of almost like a double-sided boar spear here. Obviously a fantasy type weapon, right? It's not, this isn't really based on anything. It's just based on a custom design. Actually really makes me think of the Marvel Black Order character Corvus Glaive, who has a weapon almost exactly like this in some ways. It's got this nice little design etched on the blade, and if I'm not mistaken, that design is actually the symbol that Chaosism has. We get a zoom in on that here. So once he, I'm sure, posts in the comments on this video, you will see that exact same symbol. And it's kind of just a big knife end on either side. Almost seems like that could just be like a dagger blade. And it is supposed to be very sharp, so let's actually check that out real quick. Yeah, it feels like it could be pretty darn sharp. I will, of course, probably do like a paper test or something with it. Now, the real question is, what do I do to test a weapon like this? Because if it's just a spear, I just use it as a spear. It's a double-sided spear, so I could use it like a spear, but it seems like a waste of a good fantasy weapon to just use it like a spear. So I don't really know what test I'm supposed to do for this. If you have any ideas, let me know. It seems rather vicious with these little kind of cross pieces, which normally is designed to stop a thing from going all the way into something like a boar. Now it's got these little spikes on the end of it, which would hurt just as much if you got all the way down to that point. And then there's back bit on this wrapping. So realistically, I don't think you could get all the way into an animal quite that far. Or an opponent or enemy, I guess. And the leather wrapping job's actually pretty darn nice. That's a really solid wrapping job. That's not really going anywhere. I imagine it's been glued on or epoxied on somehow. It's actually pretty light for what it is. Sure, the balance helps a bit because it's evenly weighted, so somewhere in the middle of this thing is a rough balance point, I'm sure. Yeah, right about there. Interesting, odd-looking weapon. Well, Chaosism, I hope this is exactly what you were wanting. Too bad you didn't unpack it and check it out for yourself at first, but um, I'm going to try to hazard something kind of like a review for this. Since it's not a typical weapon, I don't know exactly what it will be that I will do for it. I might do something a little bit different, though, not just kind of the standard review. Certainly, I'm going to speak to the build quality either way, but I have to come up with something a little bit more clever, I think. So, yeah, interesting fantasy double-sided spear designed by Chaosism and implemented by Sabersmith. Very, very intriguing. See what I think about it in a couple weeks, guys. Cheers.